Hi everyone, I'm Rob Woodhead, Managing Director at Simply Better.
And I'm Tom Baines, Head of Client Services, and welcome to Simply Better's Studio Day. This short video will help give you some handy hints and tips to help you pick a path through the complicated maze that is virtual events, apparently. So two things first up. Virtual events are here to stay, at least in the short term. We can't wait to get 500 people back in a room together again. There's nothing quite like it. But while this isn't an option, we need to embrace this opportunity to engage colleagues and customers in a digital setting. Secondly, and this is a bold statement, Rob, but anyone who tells you the virtual event expert is being creative with the truth. Everyone is professing to have all the answers, but how can they? 3 months ago, we were doing live events and no one was giving a second thought to virtual. Even the platform providers themselves are only experts on their own product, whereas actually there are loads of platforms out there. Literally hundreds, some springing up overnight and offering slightly different things. How do they work? Are they secure, tested, trusted? It's a real virtual jungle out there.
It is. It's fair to say that we've had to become experts in the last 3 months.
Absolutely, yeah.
Rather than picking and pushing one platform, we've actually spent time talking, researching, trialling every hour under the sun and partnering with some of the most trusted names in the industry. One thing we'll know for sure, one size definitely doesn't fit all when it comes to virtual events. It's fair to say every event is different. It's bespoke. It's got its own objectives, it's got a different audience with different messages, and it's got to be delivered in a completely different way. So just the same as a live event, we'd never recommend one particular venue or a guest speaker or a technical solution. The same is true exactly for virtual events. So we've researched the platforms, we've categorised them into 3 different areas around user experience, cost and capabilities. And I think, and Tom will vouch for this as Head of Client Services, but by getting to know you, your people, your messages, and what you're trying to experience and trying to create, then we're then best placed to recommend the right level and the right platform for you. So regardless of the platform, virtual experiences can only truly add value to you and your stakeholders if they positively influence the behaviour of a delegate attending. That means that they do something different afterwards as a result. So improving engagement is the best way to influence that behaviour change. And in a virtual world, we've broken this down into 5 opportunities to engage your audience, and Tom's going to chat through those now.
Cheers, Rob. The first is all about engaging environments. The environment an audience is in at an event has a huge impact on their learning and behaviours. While we can't control that physically, we need to consider the platform's environment, its look and feel, and most importantly, how someone would interact and navigate around the space. The delegate journey is just as important virtually as it is at a physical event, and we want the audience to have as much positive an experience as possible. So the second is all about engaging interactions. Building engagement through audience participation and collaboration between colleagues is crucial. We would recommend dedicating time and space for users to interact with each other and discuss the content they have heard. Rob, could be through things like, virtual networking lounges, maybe sort of live video breakouts, anything that creates authentic interactions between those attending. The third is all about engaging content. People's attention has become a rare commodity over Teams or Zoom. I think Rob's is wandering off now, actually. Are you all right, Rob? Are you still with us?
Yeah.
Thanks. Hard to capture and even harder to keep. We would suggest taking the time to turn chunky, long presentations into really fast-paced conversations and reintroduce some different formats, such as unconferences, to bring content to life. Active learning should become a crucial part of virtual content because we know that people are more likely to learn when they're inquisitive, inspired, and interested in the messaging.
Yeah, it's not just really what they learn, it's how they learn it.
Absolutely, yeah. Moving on to the fourth. So this is all about engaging communications. In a virtual world, your messages can be pushed out to audiences earlier as part of a pre-read campaign, and the event can be extended long after the live day, making sure that your content gets as much exposure as possible, which is incredibly crucial for both you and your stakeholders and your audience. As well as this, let's use your communication skills during the event. Having regular check-ins with your audience through things like polling, Q&A, those will really ensure that they're listening and also being listened to. Great. Finally, engaging production. So sat alone at your home computer, it can be really hard to feel that emotional connection with a virtual event that you used to get from a live experience. I think it's fair to say that we miss that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. That's why we think those little bits of production that we can suggest are so important. Maybe a music track to build some anticipation, a countdown, or a special guest host. These little bits of production will make sure that your audience are glued to the screens all the way through. We've also got our wonderful studio here, of course, in Manchester, which comes with its own powers of production. Rob.
Thanks, Tom. So obviously all of this is designed to create an engaged and an informed audience that contributes to some of the numbers you're about to see behind us on screen. And ultimately, this is why we're doing what we do. Like we said, an event can only truly add value if it engages people and changes their behaviour, and you can see the benefits of that behind us. So to make sure you're going to get maximum impact and the best results possible from your event, we've got a methodology that we call OMG. And I'm not going to go all jazz hands and kind of, millennial on you, but our OMG means objectives, measures and gains. So objectives are all about setting the context of the experience, what you're trying to achieve from holding your virtual event. Measures are then, it's basically how do you know that you've achieved it, and what can we do, what tools can we put in place that measure against those objectives so you actually got some real kind of tangible numbers and data at the end of it. And finally, gains is all about the value that it's going to bring to the business, to the stakeholders, to the audience, and to you as the event organiser. So why has all this been worthwhile? It could be increased efficiency, it could be behaviour changes for the delegates, or it might even, be the ultimate, which is ROI and measurement of impact on the bottom line.
But we'll not let Rob go into ROI at this point, as it's only a short video.
So hopefully it's given you a little bit of advice and some helpful hints and tips to use when planning your next virtual experience. Tom and I are available for TV and any kind of studio work as well. So we'd love to chat you through in a bit more detail. Please feel free to get in touch with Keighley's very own Ant and Dec. Look forward to hearing more from you, and we look forward to bringing your virtual event to life in a truly engaging way.